Bonjour, ingin kuliah di Prancis tapi bingung memilih jurusan? Prancis tidak hanya terkenal dengan mode dan turistik. Berikut ini beberapa bidang pendidikan unggulan di Prancis. Program Ekonomi Bisnis dan Manajemen di Prancis telah mengantongi berbagai akreditasi, label internasional, dan menduduki posisi terbaik dalam peringkat dunia. Bermimpi menjadi ahli ekonomi? Mulai langkahmu dengan memilih Prancis. Bidang ingenieri atau teknik di Prancis merupakan bidang unggulan dengan cabang disiplin yang luas seperti energi, aeronautika, transportasi, tata wilayah, teknik sipil, listrik, robotika, perminyakan, dan lainnya. Pilih Prancis dan jadilah pilar masa depan dunia. Penghargaan Nobel terbaru di bidang sains yang diterima para peneliti Prancis membuktikan kualitas utama pendidikan ilmu pasti di negara ini. Temukan berbagai spesialisasi untuk ilmu fisika, kimia, lingkungan, biologi, farmasi, agroindustri, dan lainnya di berbagai universitas. Prancis mempersiapkan dan menghasilkan ilmuwan sejati untuk masa depan. Bercita-cita menjadi diplomat, ahli di bidang kerjasama dan komunikasi, atau tertarik menekuni profesi di bidang jurnalistik? Berbagai cabang ilmu sosial dan humaniora tersedia. Tidak perlu ragu memilih Prancis untuk mendalami bidang ini melalui sekolah khusus ternama. Dari mulai sinematografi, arsitektur, musik, desain sampai seni rupa, Prancis adalah rumah bagi pecinta seni. Di Prancis, maksimalkan kesempatan untuk berkreasi dan berkolaborasi bersama para pakar seni kenamaan dunia. Kunjungi www.indonesia.campusfrance.org untuk menemukan informasi mengenai jurusan yang diinginkan, juga program-program yang diajarkan dalam bahasa Inggris. Jangan lupa ikuti media sosial Kampus France Indonesia dan dapatkan kabar terkini seputar kuliah di Prancis. Merci, kuliah di luar negeri, pilih Prancis.
Afternoon. I'm finally here. I have to apologize. The link that I had received was not working, so I was trying to contact Gela and find out how it is going.
It's okay. Bonjour Céline.
Bonjour.
J'espère que vous allez bien. We
Hello,
will conduct this webinar in English. I think Pak Wawan, I think we can start. Oh, Pak Wawan is also in another meeting, so I think we can start. Today we have mostly the alumni of Institut Teknologi Bandung. They have studied in ITB in Bandung. It's like 3 hours driving from Jakarta, as the capital of Indonesia. And now even less. Now it's like it takes only like 13 minutes, they said, with this rapid train called Whoosh. But well, at the end, still 1 hour at least. Okay, Celine, let me introduce myself also for the students, and thank you so much for ITB, for Pak Wawan, for all this Direktorat of Alumni, ITB. Thank you for arranging this session for us, for IFI and Université Paris-Saclay, to give like a socialization or to explain a little bit or even more detailed information on the LPDP Paris-Saclay scholarship, I would say. I think we can start now. Pak Wawan from ITB informed me that currently we have around more than 50 students registered. We have the list, the registered student, but for now, we only have around like 20-ish students, but it's okay. We will anyway just start it. So we have today with us Bapak Antoine Briku, the Attaché for Cooperation University. So I would like to give the floor to Pak Antoine first to give like a little speech.
Merci. Bonjour à tous. Hello, Céline. Hello, the team of ITB. Thank you very much for being with us today. So I will just give a short introduction remarks to the students and then let Paris-Saclay explain the scheme. First point I would like to raise is to inform and to enlighten that France and Indonesia have stronger and stronger political partnerships. We had cross-state visits. President Macron came last year, President Prabowo came also in France. Hopefully will come back again in May. And when France and Indonesia are discussing, it is not only about strategic affairs, it is also about culture, education, and human exchanges, people-to-people cooperation. So we are very happy that LPDP trusts France for higher education for 4 years now, 4 years, with a special agreement and a special relation with France. We have a special scholarship program with LPDP for master, for PhD, and we had this year around 250 masters acknowledged by LPDP for the quality of the teaching and higher education, and also for the strong link with a research lab. This is very important that if you come to France, you will have access to a top quality higher education ecosystem and also a strong ecosystem with laboratories and also private sectors partnerships. So we are very happy that this year this strategic partnership between France and LPDP is also completed with a special agreement with Paris-Saclay. Céline will explain about Paris-Saclay, but you just have to know for now this is a top world university. So we are very happy that Paris-Saclay opened doors to Indonesian students for masters and PhD in France. These are very, I would say, rational reasons to apply for you, but I want also to say that studying abroad and studying in France is also a lifetime adventure. Spending time in another culture, in another country is very enjoyable. This is an experience for your life, your personal life and your professional life. This is a booster, a starter for everything. So I really wish to see you in France in September 2026. And just remember something, the one who get the scholarships are the one who apply. So be ready for applying and hope to see you in Paris, around Paris in September 2026. Merci à tous. Au revoir.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much, Bapak Antoine, for the welcoming remarks. In order to move to the next session, I would like to ask Pak Wawan, do we have the video from Ibu Director to be played?
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, representative from LPDP and Université Paris-Saclay. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Respected alumni, faculty members, students, and all participants joining us online today. My name is Sophie Damayanti. Currently, I act as the Director of Alumni Affairs and Career Development ITB. It's a great pleasure to welcome you in this special information session on the collaboration between LPDP and Université Paris-Saclay. This initiative for sure represents more than just academic opportunity. It's also a bridge that connects between talent, innovation, and also future global leadership. We are especially for sure honored to have Ms. Céline Verhaeghe with us today. Bonjour, Ms. Céline, to share insight about the excellence program for the scholarship, and also can share about the exciting academic environment at your university. We sincerely appreciate your presence and willingness to engage directly with the ITB community. I would like also to express our appreciation to LPDP for continuously opening pathways for Indonesia talent, especially Institut Teknologi Bandung alumni, to pursue world-class education and return to Indonesia, hopefully with greater knowledge, broader perspective, and also stronger commitment to our national development. To all participants, I encourage you to take full advantage of this session, ask questions, and then also explore possibilities, and dare to imagine yourself, okay, this year maybe or next year I will sit in France to study in the Université Paris-Saclay, and maybe one time maybe you can also visit Eiffel Tower. Okay. So I think these opportunities like this are not only about obtaining a degree abroad for all of you, but also building networks and then also expanding perspective and creating long-term impact for our nation for sure. Yeah, Institut Teknologi Bandung. We believe that the global exposure and also international collaboration is an essential part of shaping future leaders who are excellent and then impactful and ready to contribute not only in Indonesia but also to the world. So I hope may today's session inspire many of you take the next step toward your academic and also professional aspiration. Thank you very much. Have a productive and inspiring session. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Ibu Director. Thank you, Pak Aris, for the video. So I think in order for us to, because it's already 3 p.m. 3:19, so I will right away after this forward this session, give the floor to Celine. But for Bapak Antoine, should you have other agenda after this, you may leave, or yeah, I mean, yes, just in case you have to go somewhere after this, please, yeah, okay. Well, I will give the floor to Celine. Celine is the manager of Excellence Scholarship Program at Université Paris-Saclay. Celine, the time is yours.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. For me, it's good morning because it's only 10 in the morning here. So as I've been introduced before, my name is Céline Verhaeg and I work at the International and European Affairs Office of Université Paris-Saclay. And I'm in charge of excellent scholarship programs, especially for masters, international master students who come to our university. So if you are coming to Université Paris-Saclay next year with an LPDP scholarship, we will have a chance to meet on campus. And I would be very glad to welcome you here. So today we are here to talk about this scholarship, but also to talk about Université Paris-Saclay. Here it is. Université Paris-Saclay is a broad university in all senses of the term, actually, because it's a broad university in terms of campuses. You can see here all the little dots on the map are campuses of our university. And we are also a broad university in terms of disciplines, which I will talk about a bit later. So we are located close to Paris, about 25 kilometers south of the capital city. Here is the Eiffel Tower that Professor mentioned before. Unfortunately, we have only 2 research campuses in the capital city. All of our campuses are located south of the city. But you see these dotted lines here, the blue, the yellow, and the green ones are public transportation lines connecting you to the city center of Paris. And very soon, probably by the time you come to Université Paris-Saclay, we will have a brand new metro line from our main campus here in the south of Paris, connecting us to Massy, which is a big hub, with the RER line that is here, connecting you to the city center in about 45 minutes, as they say. Some pictures on the left-hand side are pictures of our campuses. Not all the dots that you can see here are study campuses. Some of them are research facilities, but you might have to go and make use of them for your research internships, for example. In terms of numbers, we are one of the largest universities in France. We have close to 50,000 students. Half of them are at the undergraduate level, about a quarter at the master's level, and about 5,000 PhD students, making us one of the largest, if not the largest university in France, where the largest cohort of PhD candidates. Altogether, we have about 20% international students in our university. And this research that I've briefly talked about, talking about the PhD student, represents 13% of French research. It's not only in numbers, I mean, it's not only in terms of PhD candidates and professors that we have, but also in terms of facilities. Antoine Bricou mentioned that French universities are closely connected to the industry, and it is true in Paris-Saclay as well, because we have, of course, our university campuses, which I talked about before, and close to these campuses, we usually have industry, which are setting up their R&D departments, their research and development departments, close to our campuses to make use of our facilities, also to facilitate the connection between our professors, our researchers, our PhD candidates, and their researcher and their company research. We have 270 labs, 275, and these labs are also connected to innovation, and we have incubators to help startup development. We have about 50 startups which are created every year, and we have several services and departments to help students, but also to help researchers build their own companies and transfer the research into, let's say, the real world. In terms of rankings, our university is #1 in France. It's also #1 in continental Europe, Europe without the UK. And globally, in the world, we are 13th in the latest Shanghai ranking. We are also in the top 100 in both the QS and THE ranking, university rankings. And in terms of subject rankings, these numbers that you can see here on this slide are the Shanghai subject ranking, and we are in the top 50 in about 10 disciplines. We are, as you can see, very strong in mathematics and physics, which has a large impact on everything scientific that we do at our university, meaning that even if you do chemistry, for example, you might have to do a lot of physics or a lot of mathematics, or at least professors expect that you have quite a strong level in these disciplines as well. In terms of LPDP and scholarship programs, so as mentioned before, Paris-Saclay University has recently signed an agreement with LPDP, enabling for a special program between our university and the Indonesian scholarship program. What is it about, and who can apply, how can you apply, etc. So let's start with who can apply. Of course, you have to be an Indonesian citizen to apply to the LPDP program. And you should be also willing to return to Indonesia upon completion of your master's program. You should be under 35 at the time of application. You must have completed a bachelor's degree and not be enrolled already right now in a master's program at your university in Indonesia or in another university in the world. It is important to notice as well that you should have completed your bachelor's degree with at least a 3.0 GPA. And you should also have a TOEFL IBT over 80 or an IELTS over 6.5 to be able to apply to the LPDP program with our university. In terms of benefits, the scholarship covers academic expenses such as tuition fees and registration fees. It also, tuition fees for the master's programs that I will talk about later. And it also covers for living and support support expenses. So you will receive a travel allowance, a visa application fee, health insurance during your stay, a settling in allowance as well, which is a one-time allowance, of course, a monthly stipend of 1,500 euros per month, and emergency support, of course, that is if you need it. How do you apply? So the first thing to do is to connect and register on the LPDP website, which I trust you have the link already. At the same time, you should apply to one of our master's programs at Université Paris-Saclay on our application portal, which is called Inception. And you have the link here on this slide, which I trust will be made available to you after the session. After applying to both LPDP and Université Paris-Saclay, you will have to wait for the results, both of the LPDP and the admission results from Université Paris-Saclay. Once you have been admitted to Université Paris-Saclay and you have been selected by, well, not selected, but pre-identified by LPDP, you will have to go through LPDP substantive process, and you will be waiting for the final selection results, which will come in July. Here you have the detailed timeline. So right now we are in the application period. You can apply up until the 18th of May. From the 19th of May to the 4th of June, LPDP will conduct its administrative review, and the results of this administrative review will be made available to you on the 5th of June. After that, you will have some time to submit an appeal if you want to do so, and the announcement of the appeal results will be published on the 17th of June. After that starts the substantive selection, so you will be undergoing interviews with LPDP, possibly until the 3rd of July, and the results will be published on the 10th of July. So by the time we start our summer vacation, you will know whether or not you have been selected by LPDP, and you will of course know if you have been admitted at Paris-Saclay by then, or even before that actually, to start your studies in September. I cannot tell you which date you are going to start in September because each of our master's program has its own calendar. So some will start on the 1st, some will start on the 15th, maybe a few will start on the 25th, I don't know. But you will have all the details of that once you have been admitted to the program, because then the program managers will start sending you emails about a rentrée, what we call a rentrée, the intake in September, and all the information you need to know. And between July and September, of course, you will use that time to apply for visa with Campus France Indonesia. In terms of eligible programs, this year, as we are already in the course of application and we started a bit late for the LPDP program, there are only 4 programs that you can apply for this year. But rest assured, there is a longer list of programs that you will be able to apply for next year. So for this year, we have 4 programs, 1 in computer science, 1 in physics, 1 in chemistry, and 1 in in engineering and energy, in electrical engineering. If I remember correctly, the master's in chemistry is the one that has the earliest end date for the application. So if you are willing to apply for this program, do not let the May 18th date pass, because I think this one closes on the 15th. So I encourage you to apply right now if you are willing to apply for this one. Starting next year, we will have a longer list of programs. All of them are in STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The first one of them being mathematics, actually, on this list. Then you have a couple master's degrees in physics, a couple others in chemistry, a few more in computer science, 1 master's in environmental sciences, and quite a long list in energy and engineering. I want to confirm to you that all of these masters are 100% taught in English. Therefore, you don't need to speak French or to be fluent in that language before applying, or actually it is not required that you speak French to study and take the exams in those masters. Don't worry, this master's modélisation et simulation mécanique des structures et systèmes couplés, it's written in French. I mean, the title is in French, but the teaching is in English. About campus life on our campuses and also services that we have dedicated to international students, a couple of words on that, and then I'll be able to answer your questions. For any student and for international students as well, you can have access to cultural activities for free on our campuses. You can also have access for free to more than 80 sports. You can have access to libraries, of course. We have a brand new learning center, which is a modern library, I would say, with working spaces that you can use to work on projects, for example, because usually libraries, you have to be quiet and you have common tables in the middle of bookshelves. At this learning center, you don't have bookshelves, actually. You have tables where you can work individually and quietly. And then you can have private rooms, which you can rent, I would say. Of course, you're not paying for it, but it's the same system. You have to book it in advance. And you can work on a project with 2 or 3 or 4 other students, maybe depending on what is your course requiring you to do. We have various initiatives for student health. We have health services on campus, which you can have access to. We have psychologists, for example, who speak English and can help you if you face issues when you are coming to France, because we know that as an international student, sometimes it is hard to settle. So you can have access to that for free as well. We have 2 platforms to help you in 2 different things. The Claro platform is for student aid, so any support, student support, I should say, rather than student aid. Student support, financial support, so in case you have trouble during the time where you are here, this platform can help you identify the correct service for you and the applicable financial aid if necessary and if applicable. And the Casa platform is to help you look for housing, because you can see on this slide at the bottom that we have fewer accommodation for students than we have students. So of course, accommodation and housing is always an issue for international students, but also national students alike. And this Casa platform is to help you identify housing close to our campuses, but which are rented out by individuals. So for example, I have a room in my house, I would be able to rent it through this platform to a student, which is unfortunately not the case, but I would be happy to, to help you. And in terms of catering, we have students, how do you call it, university cafeterias, which serve meals every day, of course, a lot of meals every day to all of our students. So you can eat a full meal for €3 for lunch. You can also have this same kind of meal for dinner. If you so wish, you can also buy a sandwich. You can buy, I don't know, pasta boxes and whatever you wish to eat for lunch and dinner directly on our campuses. And let's come to the end of this presentation with some information for international students. So these services are made available to any international student on campus, whether they come on a scholarship or not, and whether they come as an exchange student or as a degree-seeking student. Our welcome desk is open to everyone. It's open to you even before you get to our campuses, actually, because we have an online welcome desk, which is a website where, depending on what you click on, what you indicate on this website, you will have a detailed fact sheet on what you need to do and when you need to do each of these steps. My colleagues at the Welcome Desk are also conducting pre-arrival webinars. They are also conducting pre-arrival individual meetings. I don't know if it's written here. No, it's not written. I have actually to update this presentation. So the webinars are, of course, presentation like we are having right now. There's one person talking and explaining what you have to go through and when, and what you should expect when you come to France and to Paris-Saclay. But they also conduct individual one-on-one meetings, so you can ask for help for your specific case, for your specific issue that you are encountering, or maybe you missed the webinar, or I don't know, anything can happen. So you can ask them to make an appointment with you. We have welcome guides, of course, which are available for both students and PhD candidates. We have partnerships with banks and insurances, which can also be quite helpful when you come to France and you don't know where and who to go to. These partnerships, we don't make any money out of it, of course. It's just to help you identify something that is close, something that is used to having international students asking questions, and also where you can find people who speak English, which is not always the case in public administration or in banks, etc., which are private but which look like public administration. So do not hesitate to make use of that. Upon arrival, we are moving to more festive events, I would say. The arrival days are to greet you and to welcome you on your campuses, and also answer the questions that may have arisen ever since you left your country and came to campus. The gate, which is an office or actually a place where you can go and meet the diverse services, our university international office, but also the social security, some private insurances, banks are also coming. The public transportation of Paris and the Paris area are coming to help you make your Navigo pass, the card that you use to validate on the public transport. All of these services can be met at once in one place on the university campus. We have a welcome day, which is a festive event for international students coming for the first time in Paris-Saclay. And throughout the year, which actually you usually start it at the beginning, but it's also possible to join it later. It's called the Buddy program. It's to match you with an international or a local, national or international student, but who has spent at least 1 year on our campus and who can help you identify the classrooms or the right services for you. They can also give you some advice about integrating on campus, about student association, etc. And during your stay, the welcome desk is also available to you through appointments. So these same services that have been available throughout the first semester at the gate are still available to you during the second semester, but they are no longer all day long in one space. They are available through appointment. My colleagues are also conducting integration workshops. So usually they're in French, but they have two paths, two tracks. One is for you to improve your French, and one is for you to discuss in English or in any language, but usually English is the easiest one because many people speak English, to talk about your integration in France, to talk about cultural aspects of French culture, French students, etc. And they also organize visits to local landmarks. They do tours in Paris, for example. All of this is to help you integrate and socialize on campus, meet other international students, meet local students as well to integrate. And the only thing that I have not mentioned, because it does not depend directly from the welcome desk, but it is a service of the university, we have French classes for international students for free during the semester. I think it's 2 hours per week every week during the teaching semester. So of course, with those 2 hours per week, you're probably not going to become bilingual by the end of the year, but the objective of this course is to give you some basic knowledge to be able to get directions, to read some signs on the metro, for example, or in the city, and to help you improve on your French or develop some French skills. I came to the end of my presentation. You'll find some contacts here, websites, emails. The email address that is listed here on top is the email address of my office. So the name of the email address is a bit long, but do not worry. I will answer your emails. If you could be helpful to me and write LPDP in the object, that would help me a lot identify your messages and reply to them faster, because this mailbox receives hundreds of messages every day and I'm the only one answering them. So sometimes I take a bit more time to answer your requests. But if you write LPDP, knowing that the deadline is quite short, I will make sure to answer your messages right away or as soon as possible. And you can follow our Instagram account, which is this is the international account of the University of Paris-Saclay. We put some testimonies of international students. We also publish some stories about our students who go abroad on internships, on exchange programs, etc. So to give you an overview of our international life at Université Paris-Saclay. Of course, you have our website, which is your place to go for more information on the master's degrees, for more information about international student life at Université Paris-Saclay, application steps, etc. You can find all of that on our website. You can find a lot of useful information on Campus France Indonesia website, and of course more information on the LPDP program directly on the LPDP website. Thank you very much for your attention, and don't hesitate to ask your questions, whether by opening your microphone or writing them in the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Celine, for the comprehensive presentation about the LPDP Paris-Saclay scholarship. So I think I'm going right away to the Q&A session. If you have any question, you can like kind of raise hand. Is that any raise hand button here? So otherwise, you can also write down in the chat column. Up to you. You can raise hand or simply also activate your microphone. But before that, while waiting for the question from the students, maybe I have one question, Celine, if you may answer. Regarding to the deadline of the subscription or application to the university, because as you said that we have the registration should be done in parallel, right? So first of all, the student have to submit to the LPDP website, I would say, and then in parallel also doing that in the site of Université Paris-Saclay, which is you already showed before. But is there any specific deadline for the university part, apart from the one from LPDP?
I lost you.
Celine, you are freeze. Okay, now it's back. Did you hear my question, Celine, before?
I believe with the application dates being different in the parallel process for both LPDP and Université Paris-Saclay, but I didn't get the end of your question. I'm sorry.
So is there any different? I would say is the deadline for the subscription to the university, it's different from the date of the LPDP one. I mean, whether is it like more like in 13 or something, I heard of May, or is it the same with LPDP, which is the deadline maximum will be on the 18th of May. So would you mind to explain on that?
Yes, I will explain that right away. You will see actually that indeed the master's application deadlines at Université Paris-Saclay are usually longer than the dates for LPDP, but you can only be considered for the LPDP program if you apply by the 18th of May, because then LPDP will send us a list of students who have applied, and we will check on the application portal who has applied for which program. So of course you can still apply later. Let's say you make your decision in July and you apply for a program that is still open. You can still be considered for admission in July, but you will not be considered for the LPDP scholarship program.
Sorry. Okay, so you said that it's a little bit the same. So with the LPDP, which is maximum can be up to 18th of May.
Yes.
Okay, so the subscription for the university is the same with the LPDP. So it is exactly in parallel. So students, please be aware that 18th of May will be in a week, only in 7 days, and you have to prepare the language certificate, which is TOEFL or IELTS. I think it's intermediate or B2. Okay, do you guys, students, you want you have question, you can raise hand in the or just open, or we have one question here in the chat box. Is that possible to join the program, since currently I already joined MBA program in Bandung the first semester?
I'm afraid not, because MBA is a master's program already, and the conditions that have been set between LPDP and Paris-Saclay is that students must have a bachelor's degree but not be enrolled already in a master's program. So I'm afraid that an MBA being considered a master's program, you are no longer eligible.
Okay, but in this case, I think his status his or her status right now is still on the first semester. I think we have to check with the LPDP, but I agree that the regulation is that when you already have your master degree, I mean, they are already graduated from their master program, then they are not eligible for this LPDP Paris-Saclay or another LPDP, basically. But then
Okay.
I would say if I have to recheck, but as per my understanding, if, for example, he is in the first semester of MBA, but he wanted to kind of quit, then he's not graduated basically in legal wise, he's not graduated from the master and he hasn't have his master degree yet. In that case, there is possibility, I would say, but we have to check with LPDP. I think the better is that you can ask to Tingkat LPDP about this status. But yeah, that will be my perspective, because then meaning that he hasn't have his graduation or master degree.
Yes, that's my understanding too, but the agreement that I have read was saying something with being enrolled in the program makes you ineligible whether or not you complete it. So that is true. We have to check with LPDP.
Yeah.
But I would like to mention additionally that at Université Paris-Saclay there is no restriction. You can apply to a master's program if you already have a master's program, or if you are currently enrolled and you are willing to drop out of your master's program to join our master's program. That is possible. There's no, I mean, there is no, it is not forbidden for you to do that,
Yeah.
but it may be a breach of the LPDP agreement.
Yeah, so we will check with LPDP. The thing is that also another things, if you are, for example, currently is registered as another LPDP scholarship in the process, or already got the result from the administrative process, for example, you cannot you cannot apply for this LPDP Paris-Saclay because you have to be, let's say, rejected first from the first LPDP that you apply, then you apply for the LPDP Paris-Saclay. Okay, I hope it's clear, but please do contact me after this. Who is that? Regi Sanda. Please contact me if you are in Bandung or West Java area. You can contact Campus France Bandung after this, so we can I can give you like the update. Another question: can it be used to fill ITP? How limit minimal score used? I think it's IBT.
Internet-based test.
Yes.
I think it's 80. Let me check.
Yeah.
Yes,
80, and it should be IBT, yeah, Celine, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not sure if ITP will be work. So better, yeah, using the what is written in the rules. Another question from Gregorian Eka Putrawara. Is there any track record specifically for astrophysics master? I'm curious for any programs maybe from ESA that will be available for that.
Yes, I imagine ESA is the European Space Agency. Yes, I mean, you can do an internship, for example, with ESA if you are able to secure one. And definitely astrophysics and physics in general is one of the strongest programs at Université Paris-Saclay. So every year we have students who continue in PhD, we have students who do internships at very high-level institutions, I would say. But there's no specific track record, or there's no track in particular. I mean, we have a master's in astrophysics, which you are welcome to join. Though I don't know if it's included. I don't remember if it's included
for
in
the
the
M2,
program.
Celine, is it like available for this year program or maybe next year?
No, it's not. I mean, it is still open for application, but it has not been included in the LPDP programs for this year. So for this year, you have only M1 programs. So briefly, I did not mention that during the presentation, and maybe you already know, and I will be repeating myself, but it's better to say it twice than not to say it at all. Master's programs in France are divided into year 1 and year 2. You have to complete both years and the whole of 120 credits to validate the master's degree. But so each semester is worth 30 credits. So 1 year is 60 credits, and 2 years is 120. And you have to apply separately to M1 and M2. So if you have graduated from a bachelor's degree, the usual track is that you apply to M1. And when you are doing the M1 at Paris-Saclay, for example, you have to apply for M2. Both applications are independent, though it's usually easier to apply to M2 when you have already started the M1 here, because professors know you and they can talk to each other and they can, let's say, recommend, if it's not formally recommended, but they can recommend your application to their colleagues in charge of the M2 program. So this year at the LPDP scholarship agreement, we have only 4 masters that are available. 4 of them are M1, and the masters in physics that is available to you for this year is the master in general physics, which can lead you to take the astrophysics tracks in the second year. But I was checking whether it is included in the second year program as well.
Yeah, I think for the
It's not
2027.
exactly astrophysics. It's called
Yeah.
nuclei, particles, astroparticles, and cosmology. And because we do have a master's in astrophysics, but it's taught in French.
Yeah.
I mean, the master's called astrophysics is taught in French, but you can go to astrophysics by another track, I would say, taught in English.
Okay, thank you for the explanation, because it's true that sometimes the Indonesian students are confused with this M1, M2, what is it, and why we only register for the M1 when we applying for university's application, for example, and not like the whole 2 years. We are not declared as accepted in the 2 years program, but it's only in 1 year, which is M1 program. So that was the explanation. Thank you, Celine. I think I'm going to the next question. I have applied to Université Paris-Saclay before this specialized LPDP track open. I'm also in the process of LPDP STEM. Okay, it's a regular LPDP that they have. Still awaiting the next stage. Do you have any estimate of how long I can expect to get the response LOR rejection from Paris-Saclay? I think it's out of the LPDP Paris-Saclay part, but do you want to answer that, Celine?
Yes, I can answer that because it will be, I mean, the response will be interesting for any student who is applying to Université Paris-Saclay. There's no specific time. I mean, professors have up to 2 months to reply to your application, but usually these 2 months start when the application deadline has passed, because professors like to receive all the applications at once. I mean, receive all the applications and process them at once. So it can take some time. But for the LPDP Paris-Saclay program, I cannot speak for the whole of the application process at Université Paris-Saclay, but for the LPDP track, the LPDP between Université Paris-Saclay and, I mean, with Université Paris-Saclay, you will get the answer by the end of June at the latest, because we will have to communicate with LPDP the list of students who have applied, and then later on the list of students who have been admitted. So we will get in touch with the professors who are in charge of each of the master's programs that are listed in the LPDP agreement, and we will make sure that you have been either admitted or rejected by that time. So by the end of June, for Université Paris-Saclay LPDP program, you will know whether or not you have been accepted in this scholarship scheme.
Yeah, thank you, Celine. And maybe just to another information for Kyla, since I think it's since she is now in the process of LPDP STEM, which is the regular one. I believe it's a part 1, LPDP STEM part 1. You cannot, well, unfortunately, you cannot apply for this LPDP Paris-Saclay that we are discussing now. So you have to wait for the LOA indeed from Paris-Saclay, then continue with the next step with LPDP STEM. Okay, I'm moving to the, there is Razli Raka. Please, Razli, if you can also turn on your video, that would be nice. The floor is yours.
Oh, so I need to turn off my turn on my HD webcam first. Can you see and hear my voice?
Yes, we can see you and hear you.
Oh, all right. So thank you, Celine, for the presentation. I'm interested for the program, especially in the advanced structure material for sustainable construction. I have graduated from civil engineering undergraduate program 2 years ago, but unfortunately, there it was already answered before that I cannot apply for this Paris-Saclay LPDP program because I am currently enrolled for the LPDP regular.
Okay.
But one question is, I want to ask about the M1 and M2. I still don't understand. So the advanced structure program is M2 program, and I have read in the website that it needs to complete at least the first year M1 of the master degree. So uh, let's say I wanted to apply for the LPDP program in the next year, and I still don't have any M1, so I still don't understand. Am I can I really apply for the directly for the M2 program or how? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your question. Yes, I will try to make it clearer. The M1 program is the first year. The M2 is the second year. Each year is independent, and yes, it is expected that students applying to M2 have completed the equivalent of an M1. So either a Master 1 at Université Paris-Saclay, either a Master 1 at another French university, which also have the same systems. It's not only us who have this double application thing in the middle. Or you have completed the equivalent of the first year of masters in Indonesia, in another country in the world. The important thing is that you have the credits and the prerequisites to apply in Master 2. Some programs are more conservative, I would say, than others, and would expect you to have completed a Master 1 program and will not accept any student who have completed a bachelor's degree. Other programs accept students who have completed a bachelor degree in 4 years, because our bachelor degrees are 3 years only, so they are 180 credits. So it is expected, usually students who apply to Master 1 have completed 180 credits. Some of them have completed the equivalent of 180 credits in their university system, because the credits that I'm talking about are the European credit system. Some professors accept that a bachelor degree in 4 years is the equivalent of a 3-year bachelor plus a first year of masters, and they can let you directly go into second year. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes what you have learned in the 4 years of bachelor is equivalent to what our students or our programs have done in the 3 years program. So there's no straight answer to that. Sometimes it is possible, sometimes it's not.
All right, thank you for the answer. So just apply for the program listed on the presentation.
Yes, you can apply
Probably
for the programs
the
listed,
campus will
but
decide if I eligible or not.
exactly. And you can also check, you and all the other students who are asking the same question, you can check the prerequisites on the master's description page and see whether or not what you have studied fits the prerequisites that the professors are forecasting for the program. And you can also write to them in case you have a specific inquiry. They may take time to answer, especially when applications are ongoing, because they have a lot of things to do. And right now it's also exam period here at the university, so they might have to conduct various things at once. But if they have time and if your question is not already answered on the website, they will answer your inquiry. So don't hesitate to contact them. You have their contact details on each master's description page, so you can make use of those resources freely.
Thank you, Celine. Razli, is it already okay? I mean, you got the answer for your question? I think it's okay for Razli. Okay, then let's move to the next question. The next question will be about the LPDP. I believe that if you want to answer, feel free, Celine. How many euro for the scholarship in each month or semester? I don't understand. Maybe this is about the living cost.
The question must not be on the same chat because I cannot see this question, but yes, I will answer it.
Yeah.
It's 1,500 euros per month.
Per month. And all the tuition fee is fully funded basically, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the second still from Sultonia is it LPDP batch 1 or batch 2? No, it is not LPDP regular, right, Celine?
It is not. I have no idea what is batch
Yes,
1 and
okay,
batch 2.
so okay, I will let me I'll try to answer. So basically, Sultonia, this is not the LPDP regular. I say regular because it's LPDP stem or share. That is the regular LPDP program that is held usually twice a year. The batch 1 is already done, and we are currently in the process of selecting the candidate, the awardee. And the batch 2 will be open in summer, normally June or July. So this LPDP Paris-Saclay, it is none of them. I mean, it's a specific, I would say it's a very special because it's LPDP collaboration specifically with university. In this case, it's Paris-Saclay. So yeah, it is not included in batch 1 or batch 2. Third question, I'm the last semester for my bachelor degree, will graduate in August if well, this program fit, I would say. Unfortunately not, because as I understand, the regulation from LPDP is that you have to have your bachelor certificate, because in the bachelor certificate, there is the numbers that is coming from the Ministry of Education, higher education somehow, and that numbers that will be needed for the registration for the LPDP, all LPDP scholarship, I believe. So if you will be graduated only in August, so you are not eligible for this time, but of course it's open for you for next year. Okay, then next question, Celine from Savita. Hi, Celine. I would like to inquire about the list of program available for 18 May deadline. Is there any official website which I could refer to?
Well, you have two official websites. You have the one from LPDP where you submit your application to the LPDP scholarship program, and you have Université Paris-Saclay website, which is the only official website that we have at our university, where you can find the application form. I mean, not the application platform, because it will take you to a separate website. It will open a new tab on your computer, but don't worry, it's the same portal and it belongs to the university. You can find the description of the master's programs that I talked about. You can find the description of other masters that I've not talked about if you are interested in applying to something else, which is not through the LPDP list, but should you be willing to come to study at Université Paris-Saclay without any scholarship, or you are just thinking about what you will do next year, I mean, the year after, if you want to apply to LPDP programs, which are not open this year, but will be open next year. So both of your resources are the LPDP website and Université Paris-Saclay website.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Celine. So Savita, for this year, as Celine previously mentioned as well, there was like 4 programs, yeah, Celine, in total only for this year, because it was acquired a little bit late for the preparation. But for next year, there will be a lot of more programs that will be open for this LPDP Paris-Saclay. So actually, it's until when? Because the cooperation is already signed, right, Celine? The MOU is for 3 years, 4 years?
That I don't remember, actually.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's for 3 years. I think it's for three intakes.
Okay, okay. So it's a very good news, because for sure that it's already signed, the MOU between LPDP and Paris-Saclay. So for sure that the next 2 years, you are still have this opportunity to apply for the LPDP Paris-Saclay. Okay, is there any more question from
There's no, I mean, maybe there will be other questions. I wanted to add something else too, is that we have other scholarship programs. Of course, I know that we are here to talk about the LPDP program that has just been signed between Université Paris-Saclay and the LPDP organization. But we do have other scholarship programs which are closed for this year, but will open for next year again. You may know the FL scholarship program already, which is the national scholarship programs for master students, for international master students in France. This opens in October, so usually it's open between October and early November. And then we process your application, etc., for the next intake in September. Université Paris-Saclay also has its own scholarship program, which is open when the application portal opens at Université Paris-Saclay up until the end of March, mid to the end of March. The next date, 2027 date, will be published later because we are in the process of finalizing the 2026 scholarship program. So in case you are willing to apply for a master's that is not listed on the LPDP, or if you are interested in something else, or if the dates are not fitting your agenda, you can still come to Université Paris-Saclay. You might still have a chance to get a scholarship through other scholarship schemes. So keep in mind that Université Paris-Saclay is there and we have wide open arms for you.
Okay, thank you for the clarification and the very good information about another scholarship from Université Paris-Saclay. There is another question from Raifan. Is the 18 May is the latest that application for LPDP program? Do we need to get Paris-Saclay LOA first? So
No, you don't need to have the LOA by the moment you apply for the LPDP program. You need to apply to both things at once, I mean, in parallel. So one application to LPDP, one application to Université Paris-Saclay. Both things go in parallel. Then we contact the LPDP, or the LPDP gets in touch with us, and we adjust the list of candidates who have applied, to which program they have applied, etc. But that is not anything that you have to do. So you don't need to have obtained the LOA before applying to LPDP on the 18th of May. You have to have submitted an application to both programs before the 18th of May, and then the admission will come later.
okay, so it is a deadline for the application. Yeah, thank you
Yes.
so much, Celine. Is there any more question? You're welcome, Raipan. From the participants? Okay. If there's no more question, maybe I will just inform a little bit in general, Celine, for the assistance. I mean, I'm working at the Campus France, so basically I'm the responsible for Campus France Bandung. We are the official information center for study in France and scholarship. So basically, for this specific application of LPDP University Paris-Saclay, should you have any question or you are in doubt on the application, you are very much welcome to contact me. I already put my WhatsApp numbers and emails. So from now on until the 18th, you are very much welcome to contact me to send your question by email, or if it is like a quick question, you can also WhatsApp me. Then I will try my best to assist you on the application. So, and all the assistance from Campus France is free of charge because we are under the French government. And then what is important also is the deadline, as we mentioned previously, 18 May is parallel LPDP website and also the university application. Both of them are in 18 May. And then, yeah, you have 7 days to fulfill all the requirement, especially the IELTS 1 or TOEFL that needs time in order to get that. And okay, Celine also already written the email address of the International Master Scholarship. So you are very much welcome also to contact Celine. Celine, should we close, or if there is any more question? Maybe before we are closing, your final remarks to kind of, yeah, closing this session, Celine?
Well, thank you very much for organizing it, both Campus France Bandung and ITB. Thank you for coming in so numerous today. Thank you for your questions, and I hope to see you soon at Paris-Saclay, whether through the LPDP or through another scholarship program or through no scholarship at all. You are always welcome at Université Paris-Saclay.
Yeah, thank you so much. So from my side, a little bit of this program. So this year we have 4 programs M1, which is the program for the first year of your master program will be there is like 4 options for choices, I would say. Then you can see which program that relate with your study, and then after in the second year you can choose the other M2 program, which is a little bit, it's more than 4, I think, Celine, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you are
Yes, we have about 25 programs, I think.
yes. So for this first year, you can only choose 4 main program studi, but then for your next year, for your second years in Université Paris-Saclay, you have more options. That's already decided as well. I mean, you cannot go out from the program that already decided between LPDP and Paris-Saclay. So is there, if there's no more question, I think we are going to close this session. I would like to thank you to the Direktorat of Alumni, ITB, Pak Aris, Pak Wawan, atau Pak Wawan, is there any remarks for this session?
Nothing should be enough from me. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to have this information about the scholarship, also the program. Thank you, Celine. Sorry, I'm a bit passive in the first session because I have another Zoom meeting previously.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you for all the participants. I'm Cinta from Kampus France Bandung, and thank you. So I think we close this session webinar LPDP Paris-Saclay. Thank you everyone. Have a good
Thank you very
day.
much.
Thank you, Bu
Thank
Cinta.
you,
Thank you,
Celine.
Celine.
Pak Wawan, terima
Thank
kasih
you.
banyak, Pak Aris.
Sama-sama,
Bye-bye.
Bu
Terima
Cinta.
kasih.
Terima
Bye,
kasih banyak.
Celine.
Sama-sama Bu Cinta. Terima kasih.